To introduce Emil Cyril, who has worked as a trainee marine engineer on board the ship, and he has cleared class 4 exam. Now he has undergone training with Marine Tech Hub for the last 1 year. Shipping companies who are interested to appoint him as a junior engineer will be an asset for a company because he has undergone training with Marine Tech Hub with respect to all the machineries on board the ship, plus he has learned the latest electronic engine, that is Artiflex engine. Okay, the first question for you today is what is the purpose of the nomogram?
Nomogram, it is used to select correct size of the gravity disk. Nomogram chart has the following parameter: feed rate, separating temperature, specific gravity. By using these three parameters, we use it to determine the size of the gravity disk.
Okay, Emil, very good. So, what are the various reasons for purifier overflowing? Can you tell me?
Purifier overflow reasons are increase in specific gravity of oil, temperature of oil, high throughput, bowl is not closed properly, size of gravity disk, sealing ring got damaged, sealing water is not present.
Okay, the next question for you is what are the alarms and trips of the purifier?
Alarms in purifier: high vibration warning, vibration sensor error, bowl speed high, bowl speed low, oil feed temperature high, oil feed temperature low, oil back pressure high, oil back pressure low, transducer value high, transducer value low.
Okay, let me see whether you know something about oily water separator. So the question for you is, what are the different types of oily water separator on board the ship?
Oil water separator types are static separator and dynamic separator. Static separator uses gravity and coalescing filter. Dynamic separator uses centrifugal force for separation. Oil will be lighter and it will be at the center. Water will be denser and it will move towards outside.
Okay, now the ship is in port and Port State Authority is asking you to start the oily water separator. So how will you start when the ship is at berth? Can you tell me?
When Port State come and ask, I start oil water separator from tank to tank while keeping overboard valve closed. There is a test button. You need to press the test button for 15 ppm alarm.
Okay, very good. So now when the ship is in en route, so in that case how will you start the oily water separator? Can you tell me?
First, the ship has to be in en route condition. Need to take a key from master and chief engineer. Open the overboard valve. Start oil water separator.
Okay, now when you are starting the oily water separator, what are the readings to be noted and where and all it should be recorded? Can you tell me what is the procedure for that?
When I start oil water separator, need to take position of a bridge. Again, when I stop oil water separator, need to take position of a bridge. Readings to be noted in oil record book. Time, date, capacity retained in bilge holding tank.
Okay, with respect to oily water separator, what are the different troubleshootings which you will come across? Can you give me a list of that?
Oil water separator troubleshooting are: bowl is not coming to the rated speed because of belt slip, bowl speed drops during operation because of friction clutch shoe or oily, solenoid malfunction because of loose connection, bowl is not closing because of operating water capacity is low, uneven run of centrifuge because of dirt deposit and bearings are worn out.
Okay, now let's move on to the incinerator. So, what are the different substances which is being prohibited in burning in the incinerator? So, you should be able to tell me the substances which are not allowed.
Do not incinerate following substances: Annex 1, 2, 3, cargo residue, contaminated packing material. Do not incinerate PCB, polychlorinated biphenyl. Do not incinerate PVC polymer. Do not incinerate garbage containing heavy metal traces. Do not incinerate petroleum product containing halogen compound.
Okay, one of the important question which I want to ask you is, suppose you are starting the incinerator, but now incinerator is not firing. So what will you do? Can you tell me?
Sir, I need to refer manual.
Okay, the answer is when the incinerator is not firing, first of all what you have to do is you have to remove the pilot burner and bring it to the workshop, use the ignition transformer and check whether the electrodes are properly adjusted so that you get a spark. That is one. The second thing is you clean the filter and the nozzle, and you need to clean the main burner nozzle also. Okay, so this is one of the important thing. You should have a ignition transformer with you to do this test. Okay, very good. So next question is, what are the alarms and trips for incinerator?
Incinerator alarm are sludge oil low pressure alarm, sludge oil high temperature alarm, sludge oil level tank alarm, diesel oil low pressure alarm, under or over voltage alarm, flue gas temperature high alarm, combustion chamber temperature high alarm, combustion chamber low vacuum alarm, PLC battery warning. Okay,
the next question for you is, when you are transferring the dirty oil from the sludge tank to the incinerator settling tank, what are the safeties which you will consider before you start?
Sir, I need to refer manual.
Okay, in this case actually what you have to do is, we have to make sure there is a float arrangement in the settling tank which you need to test while you start the transfer pump. Once you start the transfer pump, that time you activate the float. At that time the pump should stop. In case the pump is not stopping, then you have to open the float and check why it is not stopping. One of the reason for not stopping is maybe the switch is defective, or sometime the magnet which is there, which comes out from its place, so that you have to check whether the magnet is in place. So in that case what you have to do is see that you fix up the magnet in proper place. The second thing is, the float, if it is damaged, there is water inside the float, that time also the switch will not work. So that is one case. Even when the float is okay, but again the switch may not work. In this case what is happening is, if there is sludge in between the movement, that is the magnetic flux is there, which if the sludge is there, the magnetic flux will be cutting it and it will not transfer the magnetic flux on the other side. So you have to clean the sludge. Once the sludge is clean, then it will start working. So you can watch one of the videos which I have shown you where this float is not working, and you have to clean the sludge, then it will start working. Okay, your last question for today is, what are the different troubleshootings for the incinerator?
Troubleshooting of incinerator are: combustion chamber temperature cannot rise because of a thermocouple fault, oil cannot be sprayed, because nozzle has got blocked. Fan vibration, the dust has been gathered on the fan or the wrong tension of a belt. Pump make noise, bearings are worn out, impeller is loose or cavitation in pump. Pump consumes high power, so motor is in two phase or the liquid viscosity is high.